Alright, so we're here at IAE, and unlike everybody else, I'm not going to cover the IAE stuff because that's boring and it's oversaturated, and that's not really why you guys subscribe. You guys subscribe to hear me complain about things and also point out the obvious for how the game could be better. I personally don't intend to disappoint you, because that's my favorite thing to do. Speaking of favorite things to do, you know what I love doing? I love going on like 800 elevators to take 20 trains, to waste 30 minutes waiting on the train, to waste another 10 minutes waiting for the train, to go one way to the shops or anything I want to do. God, this is glitchy. It didn't used to be this bad. The server's lagging like crazy, and you know, it's IAE. There's nothing you can do. Free fly's always a nightmare. Look at me flying through walls. Ugh. This is the Star Citizen experience, guys. This is the real Star Citizen experience. Don't let anybody show you some like crazy highlight reels where it's super polished and everything works, because that is just not realistic at all. So, personally, I don't really care much about the aliens, and we're not really here for that. We're here for something. God, just like seriously, the frames is driving me nuts. That looks a little like it'll be good. That'll be good. Who cares? Eh. Could potentially be okay. Yes, hot. Eh. Maybe. Really? Are they doing like a weapons and armor thing? Huh. Interesting. You know, that alien ship right there is really weird. Like, could you imagine trying to land that thing constantly? That's gotta be a pain in the butt, like landing backwards. I mean, I haven't rented it or flown it, so I don't know, but I can only imagine that that's just a nightmare to mess with. I'm kind of surprised they don't have the Santaki Eye here right now. Like, you'd expect them to have that. Because it's coming next patch, so like, why not just put it in the game for the preview? Oh well. And you would think after years they would fix the tears in this model here, but they didn't. The model still has holes in it. So getting into the first thing, I would love to see them add. Take the Drake Mule here and replace these useless forklift arms with like a size 1 tractor beam, because the SRV has like a size 3. Most other ships, like turreted tractors, are size 2s. The little handheld gun is like what, size 0 according to CIG, and then like the handheld rifle is considered like 0.5 or something like that. So yeah, I'd put like a, actually, you know what? No, put it up on the roof, like make it retract. Yeah, put like a tractor beam boom or something up on the roof, and then have like little T-Rex salvage arms right here on either side, and this thing would be the perfect little salvager. Just make it do hull stripping. Don't make it do munching or anything, and then it comes back and prints itself a box and fills up the you know, the box with salvage goo. And then once it's full with salvage goo, what it'll do is it'll pause the salvage operation, move the box back on arms, and then just like drop it on the ground behind it before moving the arms back, printing itself another box, and then starting to fill it. Pretty much like how the Vulture does it. How it does the salvage thing, fills the box, moves it back out of the salvage magic room, spits it out, and then builds itself another box, and then keeps going. So this thing right here, this is what I'm talking about. This like magical little salvage room. It builds itself a box, fills up the box, opens with doors, poops it out the back, prints itself another box, and then starts filling it up again. And then with the mole or mule or whatever the heck it is, it would only be one box at a time, and then you'd have to just move it with your little handheld tractor beam. I want a salvage variant of this little vehicle so friggin' bad, it's not even funny. Didn't know you could jump up here like this. That's actually pretty helpful. So yeah, putting like a salvage arm like right there on the roof or something would be perfect. And then this thing, like, how come we don't have an MPUV salvage? I would love to see this this modula here. Just get rid of it. This entire area right here, because this is if you put like a 2 SCU box widthwise, that's about how wide this is. And then there's another 2 SCU box that would go here and here. So what I would do, and I can kind of draw up there on the screen in a minute after I've done this and after I've talked about it, is I would make this area here. All this is the magical salvage box, RMC maker room, whatever the heck it's called, with the salvage equipment. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with the 2SCU box and the MPUV with how large it is. So right here in the red, we'd have the, you know, the magical compartments, and like I said, there would be 2 lanes of 1 SCU boxes. So you'd have like lane 1 and lane 2, or compartment 1, compartment 2. It would fill up its box and then spit it out and move it right here on the tray. Build itself another box and start filling it. When it gets full again, it spits out the box and moves the first one back automatically on the tray, and now it's got 2 boxes here. And you can detach these things at any time with a tractor beam and pick them up, but kind of like how it works with the cargo grid right now, you know. And then I guess in theory you'd be able to fill up a third box, kind of like what you do with the Vulture, except it gets jammed. And again, like this thing is exclusively for the hull scraping stuff only. There would not be any kind of hull munching or structural salvage or whatever you want to call it. And then obviously it wouldn't be on the bottom of the crew compartment. You would remove the entire module and replace it with the dedicated salvage module. But yeah, like it's time for utility snubs and ground vehicles and stuff to be a thing, because we've had tons and tons and tons of combat snubs and ground vehicles, and we don't need more. We need utility stuff. Like, I want it super bad. And we could call this thing the MPUV-S or whatever. Maybe like the Locust, that'd be a good name for it. And then for this one, I don't know, the Drake Trash Panda or Bin Chicken or something. I'm not a fan of Drake. I mean, this vehicle looks cool, but it looks like a garbage truck. Like, it really does. I mean, making this thing a stupid box carrier is like the worst thing they could have ever done. It doesn't look like a forklift. It doesn't look like something that you would use to carry boxes. It looks like it should have been a salvage vehicle. And calling this thing the Mule is like wasting the name Mule. Because if you ask me, you should have like this flatbed truck or something that carries multiple large boxes. That should be a Mule. You know, not whatever this thing is. This should absolutely be like a salvage truck. And then let's go over to the other expo hall on the other side, and I'll show you the Gray Cat buggy. That thing would be the perfect refueling platform. I don't personally think that ground vehicles need to have refueling, but CIG wants to do these dumb things and make the game overcomplicated. So reusing the Gray Cat buggy, that would be the perfect refuel and maybe even repair vehicle. Because it just looks like it's designed for it, and it could transition into it super easily. I don't know if there would be like a boom or something, or just like a hose that you would unravel and then attach to the side. But this would be the perfect tanker right over here. I mean, you can almost see it. Like, it just looks like a tanker. Because there's really nothing you can do with this thing. You can't turn it into a cargo thing. You wouldn't really want to turn it into a salvage vehicle, because then how would you get the boxes out? I mean, this thing would be the perfect gas truck. Just get rid of the boom, add like a hose reel or something, or you could keep the boom, and the boom could be like a tractor arm. I wish I could get over here. They added this stupid railing this time around for the display. But keep the boom, and that could be a tractor arm to help you move things. And then have the hose reel come off the back or something, or the side, and then they could tractor up the hose to somebody to get access to the refueling points if they're up on top of a ship, because I don't know where the refueling ports for all these ships are going to be, and some of them are probably on the roof, which means you got to climb up there. That's why I'm not in favor of doing these weird things. Like, I'm totally fine with landing on a ship that has a hangar with dedicated carrier support systems that are basically like the magical pads that we have at stations, where you just land and sit there and go, okay, I'm docked, refuel me, repair me, and resupply me, and then let me take off. I don't need gameplay, I'm doing air quotes, gameplay, for all of these obnoxious things. It takes away from what I actually want to do in the game. It's tedious, monotonous, and it's overly heavy on wasted development time. So that's kind of where we are, day one. I might have to reshoot this video because I don't know if I like the way it went so far. And yeah, I mean, if you like what I do, thanks for watching. I got a Discord up finally. I mean, I was asked to make Discord by a bunch of people 6 months or so ago. And then I actually got around to doing it, and now nobody uses it, so I don't know. But if you want to come say hi to me or get my opinion on things or whatever, I mean, I got the Discord. It's up. All you got to do is join the link in the description. I have everything set up to be kind of automated, so once you're in the rules page, I believe, go ahead and click the thumbs up. That'll get you verified automatically, and then it'll give you access to like basic stuff on the server, including the roles channel. And then from there, just pick the different games that you want by reacting to those roles, and that'll automatically assign you those tags, and that'll open up even more channels and stuff for you to see, including news feeds and all kinds of other stuff. And oh right, and you know, I never thought I'd have as many subscribers as I do right now. I mean, 400 or so is, like, for a lot of people that's nothing, but for me that's kind of a big deal. Like, I didn't expect to get that many subscribers, and since I'm already at 400, I mean, why not make it a goal to get to 1,000? So again, I hate asking, but like, if you like what I do, you know, commenting and subscribing would really help out a lot and be really appreciated. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you, well, probably every single one of these different events. I'm going to do something for them, so I'll see you in a couple days.